Yeah, hope you can see my screen now. Okay, let's start. So yeah, on last Friday we have discussed about the Git commits, right? Everything we have discussed, like what is the basic workflow and Git check history and the branching. We have seen like how we can create a new branch and how we can check out that, like, means if already there is one branch and we created one branch, and if you want to switch from this branch to other branch, we have used checkout. And while switching to the other branch, we can create the new branch as well. So we have seen that, and we didn't see this one. Like if you want to delete any branch, let's see this one today. And we have seen the configuration, how we can configure it from local Git to the remote repository. So using these things only, then we can connect from Git local Git to the GitHub repository. We have seen this one. And next, remote repo, we have seen that, like first we are just connecting. That means we're just adding a remote repo and we're just connecting to that the link, right? The local git to the GitHub repository, the link should be there, right? So that link, this git remote will help you to that. And we have seen the git remote, how so it will show how many remotes are there. And the git push, suppose if you have a number of repositories, we can just see all those. And this push, so once you have made a link, this git to the GitHub, then we can use this push command, then it will push from local commits to the GitHub repository. So we have seen this remote and pushed everything, and we already seen this git clone and what is this and pull. So we have seen both differences, these two guys. And push branches, suppose. And this one, yeah, we have done this one also, yeah. So today we have merging and stashing and a few real-time examples I would like to share with you. Okay. Okay, let's start. So what is this merging, first of all? So merging means like we can merge two branches. Suppose now, let's see, let's talk about that. Suppose your application in production, that means people are using that. So after a few days, your client needs a new feature. That means a new button or like new text fields, anything. So they are discussed with the developers, and developer what they will take, they will first they will take the code from the main branch, because everything will be the production code always present in the main branch, right, in the GitHub. So developers what they will do, they will use either clone or like pull. It depends on them, so which one they want to take. So either they can take clone or like pull. So these two commands they can use. So what they will do means, first they will take the clone. That means they will take the complete entire history application, like means history commits everything. If you use pull means it will pull only the complete code, but if you use clone, it will pull the complete commits as well. The history commits, everything will be present inside this clone. Okay. So the developer will use this clone, and they will they discussed already client with client, right? Like what are the new features they need to add to that application? Either it could be a button or like new input text or anything. So what they will do means, first they will clone the complete application from main branch to their new feature branch, something like that. They will create one more branch in their locally new feature branch. So they will create that. So once they made all the changes, they will have new code, right? New application code will be new code. So what they will do means, first there are two things, guys. So first, once they once they develop the code, they will directly push the new feature to the GitHub. Directly they will push this new feature branch to the directly to the GitHub. There it will be created new feature, right? So that time what they will do means, here it will be new branch, this branch, they will merge this complete application to the main branch. That means how they will do means, suppose if they both branches have same types of files and different files might be there, so they will create a pull request. Here you can see, right, at the top, pull request. You guys don't do that. Developers will do that, but just listen and should know. It might be some interview questions also. That's why I'm just telling that. So you will never do that. Only always developers will do that. They will do the code reviews. So that time they will use this one. So okay. So this one. See, once they have added the new code into the new feature, this is the new feature. Okay. They will directly push that into GitHub. Okay. Now they want to, first they will test the complete application. Okay, everything is fine. Now what they will do is, either they will move it to the dev branch or like SIT branch or UAT or like main production branch. So anywhere, we are not sure, like wherever they want. So they all they will do means, Now they want to push that this new feature code to the main branch or dev branch. They will create a new pull request. This pull request will compare and merge the branches. That means main branch or else like feature branch. So which branch you want to merge? That means this one, guys. So this one is locally. Now we're talking about GitHub, right? Okay, let's talk about this one only. Then we'll go with that. So here you can just give compare that. Here we're not getting anything. See, if I just give main, here there was like some button was there that was disabled. Why? Because in main we don't have any much files. Well, similar to my branch. See, my branch we have so many things, right? But in main branch doesn't have any files related to this. Suppose if I just copy paste all those into main branch. Today you just do this, guys. Small assignment for you today. So you do one thing. First, create a few files in your locally and create one branch, that is main branch. Just create that main branch and then push all those files to the main branch in the GitHub. Okay. Next, just clone it. That means you already know that how to use clone. This clone command, just git clone and use this complete repo. Okay, into another folder. Just do that. Another folder or like anything, anywhere. Now add in the any file, just change some lines. Either it could be any line. This is a first file, a second line, like updated file, something like that. In any file, then commit that in the locally, then push it back to, and that means create new branch. Okay. Okay. Let me give a notepad here itself. That's a small assignment for you today. Just try that. Then only you will understand what is merging process. Okay. So first, create a few files in local. Local means your normal laptop only. That is Git. So upload those files to main GitHub branch. Okay. Next, clone the complete repo. Next, create a new feature branch, something like that, anything, new feature branch in your local mission. Do this one, then only you will understand clearly. Okay. Anyway, I will tell that, but this is a small assignment for you today. You can just do this one, then you will understand what it is. So here, create a new feature branch in your local mission, then update any file. Update any file which you cloned, right? In this file, you can just update any file, then push it back to GitHub. It is a new branch. Now you're just pushing directly the new feature branch. This one, new feature branch. You're pushing directly. Okay. Then now what it means, go to GitHub. Here you can pull request tab will be there, right? This one, pull request. This one, I'm talking about this one now. Go to GitHub, pull request. Just click on this one. See there, you can see that pull request. New pull request. So when you click on this one, here you can see the branches. Okay, this is the main branch. Okay, mine fine. And compare which branch, my dev branch, this one. Your feature branch, right? You just pushed it. Okay, just click on that one. There you can see that this one. There is a small but this one, right? Disabled. This is disabled. Why? Because this one you have to compare it. If you just click on this one, will be enabled if both files are similar in main and your feature branch. Now if I just click on this one, it will go away. Why? Because in my feature branch we have these files, but these files are not present in your main branch. Okay, that's why. If have files in your main also, then we will get that button here. It will be enabled. Then click on that button. Now it will merge. It will compare all the files in your main branch to the feature branch. Then it will merge. That means this feature branch details everything will go present inside the main branch. That means it will update the code. Okay, that is manually we can do in the GitHub. Got it? Any questions? I'm just pasting it here. If you just want, just copy this one in your notepad. Just keep it. So this is how we can do manually. That means in GitHub. So we can do that same process in local itself. That in our local mission itself. But there, see what I was telling. Yeah, this one. So this feature branch we're directly pushing to GitHub. So what we will do means instead of this one, we will merge this main feature. So this means in this new feature branch to the main branch in our local itself. So we will create one new branch in our local only. Then we will merge one command, that is this command, git merge and this new feature. So first we'll do means first we will create the main branch, then we will check out that to the main branch, then we will push all the, like that means we will merge. Okay, we'll do that one now. Let's open that. So this process you do this one. This is GitHub. Okay, you try that. I'm just showing other one, which is how we can do that locally. Okay, where I was in working in Python scripts in DevOps. Which file it is? Yeah, I think this one. No, not this one. I think on last Thursday I worked on 11th. Okay, this one. Yeah, this one. Okay, fine. Now let's open, right click on that. So one option, git open git bash here. Now let's see which branch I'm in dev. Okay. So let me check the status of that. Do you have anything? Your branch, it is up to date. Okay. I think maybe everything is up to that, right? Okay. Now let's try creating a new branch, that is git checkout and -b main branch. I'm just trying to create that. So it is switching to the main branch. Okay, now it's fine, right? Now here you can just simply merge git merge. And what is the feature command which you are just trying to do? Once again, guys, git branch, like what are the branches we have? Okay, we don't have that feature branch, right? Okay, let's fine. We'll create the feature branch and we will merge this feature branch to the main. Like how we'll do that? Okay, now I'm just going to check out -b my feature, something like that. I'm just switching that. Okay, now here I will make some changes. That means here I will create one more file. So more options. Sorry. Arey yaar. What happening to me this laptop every time? Okay, that's fine. Anyways, I'll just try to create the same file over here. Cat, sorry, not cat. Touch file 4.txt, or else let's try this echo works. Hello world. In command prompt, I'm not sure like whether it will work in here. Okay, let's file touch 4.txt. If it works, that's good. Okay, that's fine. I think it's good. It's working. Okay, here it is not at refresh. Okay, that's fine. Anyways, the file is created, right? Now just use git status. So we have this file, right? Now we'll just add this one, git add. So what is that touch4.txt file? Okay, it is. Okay, what is that? Working copy of touch4 will be replaced by CLF next commit git touches it. Okay, that's fine. Okay, that is warning. It is not the issue. It is just warning. Okay, that's fine. Now just use git commit -m. So my, okay, we'll just give the same message, merging my feature branch to the main branch. I'm just giving the same message like that. So to remember easily. So, okay, we just committed everything. That's fine. Now just click on git status again. It will be showing like that thing. Okay, now fine. So now the file is uploaded. That means it is committed in the my feature, right? Now we'll just merge this my feature to the main branch. Okay. So here we'll just use checkout to the main, switching to that. Now here you can just use merge. And what is that? Sorry, one second. Yeah, git merge and the future, that branch name. What is that? My branch, my feature. Okay, my iPhone feature. See, now it has moved everything. That means updating. Okay, this is the file. It will give some additional ID every time if you move anything. So it is a fast forward. What is this touch file has moved? That is the one file changed, one insertion. That means create mode. This ID we are getting created. And this is the file name it has given. So now we simply merged. Sorry, someone has come in. Now you have seen, right? Like how we can merge this complete local branch to the main local branch here itself. Now you can directly upload this main to your here. What is this? In this repo itself. Okay, now we'll just try to push everything. Okay, so let me use git remote -v my GitHub. Okay, now git push my remote. Sorry, my GitHub, not my report. My GitHub. So that remote repo name we have to get git remote. And what is the branch? So main branch. Okay, everything. Okay, something has messed up. Fetch first. Okay, one thing is showing GitHub repository. So I failed to push some reference to the GitHub. Okay, updates were rejected because the remote contains work that you do not have locally. Okay, see, in this main, we have a few files in our locally, but in our main branch doesn't have anything. So that's why it is showing something. So first we have to fetch something. Okay, let's try. What is that? What it is trying to see? So we don't have anything. Okay, that's fine. So this is how we merged locally. Okay, this command. So here we have done GitHub, main GitHub. Okay, GitHub merge, we have done that. Now this one we have done in locally. So this both are possible. Okay, those both ways we have to merge two branches. Okay, so this is about merging concept. So any questions regarding this one? What is this merge? So this one is giving some issue. I'm not sure like what it is. So we have to fetch anything. So we wouldn't have anything, right? Okay. So this is how you can simply merge, and then you can upload this main branch directly to the what is that? What is that? Sorry, GitHub. So directly you can upload. That means you can directly push all the commits in the main branch directly to the GitHub main branch. Okay. So we have covered Git branch. Everything is done. Okay. Pull changes, push branches. So we have done everything. Only the last thing is stashing. What it is? Let's see. What does this mean? So stashing is a kind of command. Suppose you're working on project. Just assume you're a developer and you are working something. That means and that work is not yet done by today. It means it will take 2 to 3 days to upload. That means to update the code to add a new feature or like something else we have to do. Okay. So that time what you will do means directly you won't commit, right? Why? Because the code has not yet completed. That means updated or it's like added any feature. We haven't done anything. So what you will do means first you will simply save that. But if you save that, it might lost, right? What you will do means we will use a separate command called stash. This stash command will save your current work. Okay. Let's talk about that. Let's see this one here. I hope you got this one merge concept, what it is. Okay. Sorry. Okay. Suppose, so here I am developer, just as I'm a developer. So the client has given few requirements. That means button, new text pools. I need to add to my application. So today I have done a small requirement. That is button requirement. I've done that. So tomorrow I have still time. So what I will do means this one. This is the input text field something. These requirements I got it from the client. So one requirement is done, successfully added to the application. Now I don't want to commit it. Why? Because there is one more requirement I need to work for tomorrow. So what I will do means instead I'll just save that one. Suppose if that work also gone, that means like how I can do, like to whom I can ask. So okay, that time what I will do means I'll simply use one command called stash. Then this stash will apply. That's like this will help you to save your current tracked files. Okay. So this in progress, that means you can just call it as in progress. Okay. In progress will be saved in somewhere else. That is called git stash. So again, if you use one more command, git stash pop, it will reback for next day. Okay. We'll just see that. And today I'll just going to use one command. So here I'm just changing that to my branch. Okay. Now we haven't seen one more command, right? That is git, sorry, branch deletion. So we'll just delete that. So my feature, I don't want that, right? So I want to delete that. So how we can delete? So git branch hyphen d and give my feature. Sorry. So that delete branch, everything is okay. Now just check git branch. So we have only everything. Okay. Now so we are in main. Okay, that's fine. Now what I was telling, sorry, git stash, right? Okay. Now let me add a few files into this main only. suppose echo hello world, hi, namaste, something like that. So some message, I'm just pushing it to touch5.txt file. It's like file.touch, something like that, file.txt. Okay, so I've just created one file. Okay, this is fine. Now git status. So there is one more untracked file. So this one. So in this file, I've just already saved something. So tomorrow I need to add some more thing to this same file. What I will do means this one without committing first, because this file is not yet completed. Okay, what I will do means git stash. It will save your current directory. Okay, so here you can just simply use git stash this command. So no local changes to save. Okay, no, we don't have anything. Okay, that's fine. But we have this one, right? Add file, nothing added to commit untracked files. Okay. Okay. So we can just add, then only we can git stash. Okay, that's fine. So first we'll just add file5.txt. Okay, we're just adding that. Now use git stash. Okay, now see, earlier when I use git status, it was showing untracked files, right? This was created only. This was not a move to staged. Okay, so this stage are like not files, like untracked files. We can't stash it. Okay, now see, we just simply added, that means to stage process from local to the stage. You guys already know like the flow, how it goes. This is your local, and this is your staging, and this is your commit, and this is the GitHub repository. So this one, you just simply created the file 5. So when I used git stash command, it was not track. That means it's not saving. So first what I have to do, first I have to track that. That means using add command, I need to track the file. So these track files we can commit to a local repo. Then only we can move to the GitHub repository. So what I'm telling is git stash, how it works. So here you simply created a new file and you added something, but tomorrow you need to add some more lines to the same file. So until if you don't want to lose that file, what you will do, simply move that into tracked, that means staged process. Then we can use stage command to save this tracked file also. We don't want to commit, we want to make it as save, something like that. So that time what it will do now, by suppose, just what I'm telling is, by in case unfortunately you have deleted the same file which you tracked, right? This file 5 you have deleted unfortunately by tomorrow. So that time what you will means, again you can use this track file, you can get it back. Why? Because it is already stashed. That means it is some stored somewhere, and even local laptop you have deleted this file. That time you don't need to worry about that. Means you can already use this git stash to pull it back again. So this file was deleted and you want to fetch from the tracked file. That means this staging process, from the stage process you can pull the same file. So that time this stash will work for you. So now we made, that means we just told that git just save this file somewhere else. If that file I might deleted in my local laptop, I can use this git stash to pull it back. So this one will help you. So here we have to use one more command, git stash and pop. This command we have to use, it will pull the last stash file, which is that. Okay, before that I need to show you a few more things, guys. One is that, let me show. So git what is that, one sec. There is one command, guys, so to list out all those things. Git sorry, what is that? Git stash -v. No, this is not. Okay, here it will show git stash list. Okay, git stash list, if you just use, it will show how many files which are moved to stash. So here we have only one thing, see, stash, the first one, VIP on this, everything. Okay, so now let me create one more file in the same thing, echo lp institute, move to file, sorry, file6.txt. Now git add file 6.txt. Now let git stash. Okay, now use git stash list. See, now we have two stash. That means two files are more to stash. Like what is the stash process? Okay. Now I want to bring back the previous one, so I can use this stash ID, or it's like this one stash, this one git stash, and pull it back. So here you can see somewhere else we have made that command stash show, and if it message I can quit. So let's see which one can help us to pull it back. So drop pop apply. Suppose if you just use git stash pop, so which file has mode to stash recently? So this one. So this one is stash recently. Now if I just see git stash pop. See now the file which was like already it isn't committed, right? That means tracked, right? Now if I just use git stash list, see you can see only one. Why? Because when I use git stash pop, this was taking out this one stash. That is what is the recent file? It has moved to staging process. That's not staging. Stash folder as like what I can say stash. Okay, just like it be stash only. So stash folder. So which one is moved to this folder recently? This one. So that's why when I use git stash pop, it will take in the last file which is recently added. Now, if you want to specific one, I think we can use this one stash @0. I guess. Let's talk about that. Git stash instead of pop. Let me use this one. We will try. Sorry, or let's just use that. Stsh @0. Let me try. Maybe I'm not sure. This is not specified that. Okay. One sec. Let me check that. So which one it could be? One sec, guys. Stash low. Which one could be? Okay. Okay, one sec, guys. So I'm just checking that. So where I can check. So is it possible to bring it back the previous ones? Okay, let's try. So bring a specific stash. It's like pop specific stash in Git. Okay, let's try this one. So I'm not sure the exact one, so that's why. Okay, pop stash and this got this. That means. So they used git stash pop and this got error. Okay, that's fine. Git stash apply. So git slash apply stash n. Okay. Okay, here we can you need to escape the braces. Okay, we have to use this one. Okay, fine, got it. So here git stash pop, or else like simply you don't need to pop. Okay, pop, and what is the stash ID? So we can use this one. So here stash @. If you just give @, it might take something. So to disable that, we can just use simply slash and 0 slash flower braces. So this one, the same thing. So if you don't give slashes, it will consider like some special characters in Git. Okay, to escape that, so I'm just simply giving like this. Okay, now this fine. See, now if I just use git stash list, see, we don't have anything. Earlier when I just use git stash git list, this one, I'm getting two things. So just remove that. So now I can work on the other files, that file 6 and 5, 5, something like that. Okay. So this is about git stash, guys. So most of the times you will never work on that. Only developers will do this such thing. So you always work on merging only. Most of the times you will do merge only. So depends on the companies. So what developers are doing. So but it is a good thing to learn this stash and merging also. Okay. So for now we have completed all the commands in GitHub, guys. So what are the things which we need to learn? So any questions in this complete Git and GitHub? So any questions or any doubts? If you have anything, just okay. Okay, that's cool. Yeah, thank you. And yeah, this is a small assignment for you guys today. This one, just to copy paste the same thing and just try that. So we have done that in locally, right? This one, you just try that in your GitHub. Just follow the same steps, okay? Yeah, I think the complete we have done the complete Git and GitHub. So now, and coming to the next tool is Jenkins, guys. Okay, let's start with that. So I do have that file, I guess. So I'll just give you the complete introduction about Jenkins today, and tomorrow onwards we'll start. Like tomorrow I'll show you how to install that and how like what is the use of that and how we can just fetch a small like that means how we can link this GitHub to the Jenkins also. Okay, so by the time of learning each tool, we will just assign this every all like we can just link different tools to the Jenkins. Okay, Jenkins is the main tool for everything. That's why. So once if we step into Ansible, if you learn basics, then we will link this Ansible to the Jenkins also. Then Docker to Docker also to Jenkins. How we will do that? Okay, we'll just go line by line. Okay, let's talk about this Jenkins and what does this mean. It is a Jenkins is a CI/CD tool, guys. It is continuous integration or continuous deployment tool. We call it. And let's talk about the introduction. What it is. So Jenkins is an open source automation server. It is a tool. It is a web server tool. Or else, like suppose if you want to install it locally, also we can do that. But most of the companies will always install these Jenkins in their instances or their servers. Okay. So that is widely used for automating parts of the software development process. Okay, let me tell you a small story for this one. Before Jenkins, I think there is one more thing, I guess, the folder also. Okay, okay, we'll talk about that later. Okay, there is one more slide for that to tell you about that story. Okay, fine. So here, this Jenkins used for automating parts of the software development process, such as building, testing, and deployment code. Everything we can do with this Jenkins. We don't need to do all manual work. Okay, this Jenkins itself will take care of everything, but we have to follow some steps. And it plays a central role in continuous integration and continuous delivery or deployment pipelines. So which are practices aimed at the improving software quality and accelerating the release process. Okay, let's see. So what is continuous integration and continuous deployment? Okay, let's talk about that as well. We have the slides as well. And most of the times why we use Jenkins means once the developer has developed the code, he will upload that into GitHub, right? From that GitHub, you will take, as a DevOps engineer, will take that responsibility to take the code from the GitHub and just that means everything we have to do in Jenkins only. That is, we have to create some steps how to do that. So take the complete code from the GitHub and just open that any instance. That means just push this complete code into any EC2 instances. That is complete called automation. We are doing that. Okay, this is called release process and Jenkins. Sorry, that is what is called Jenkins. Okay, let's talk about the other things. So history of Jenkins, how it has created and who has created when it was. Okay, in 2004, that is guy. He's from China, Japan. I'm not sure exactly. This guy has developed Hudson as an open source continuous integration tool while working at Sun Microsoft Systems. He is working at this company and he has created one open source continuous integration tool. That name was Hudson. It was not Jenkins, first of all. It was Hudson. The project stated as the internal tool. So they thought like it is an internal tool, but quickly gained popularity due to its flexibility and use of use. So in that company itself, the popularity has gained so much of time. So people can use this tool easily and deployment, anything they will do. Not only deployment, for automation purpose also we use this one. So it was flexibility and use easy to use also. But in after that, he has come out of this company. So, but this Sun Microsoft kept the same name, that Hudson. So in 2010, a dispute between the Hudson, that means this guy, open source community and Oracle, which acquired the Oracle has acquired this company, Sun Microsystems in 2010, led to the fork of the Hudson. That means they have dismantled the complete project. So these guys, what they mean, they come out of that company Oracle and they have started a new project that is called Jenkins. They have take the same code but changing the name of the tool. Okay, they change that into Jenkins. And the Jenkins community is grow rapidly, making Jenkins the dominant project. That means apart from this tool, we don't have any other tools which is leading in the market. Okay, the Jenkins. But in 2011, the Jenkins project officially became independent and governed by the Jenkins community under the umbrella of Jenkins project. So they have released the new version in 2011, and it was maintaining by the community. The community means people already working in different companies. They will club that. So most of the people will club, and if they have any new ideas, they will post that ideas. Like how I told you in the Python also, right? In PIP also. The same thing in Jenkins also they have community. If you have new idea, you can submit that your new idea, and will people, the developers, will just see if it is good and if it is suitable to the Jenkins. Then they will develop that code also. That means they will develop that your new feature which you suggested. Okay, this is called Jenkins community. Now this is the complete history about Jenkins, how it has started and from where it has come up. So, okay, next slide comes to the challenges. Before Jenkins, let's talk about this one. This one I was telling about that story. Okay, before the Jenkins, people, the developers were taking so much of time to push their code into the servers. It was taking manually, right? Before Jenkins, they were deploying their complete code into instance. That means servers manually. And that time it was like so much of time, and sometimes it might errors also. So that is like slowness and this manual build. That means once if you develop the code, we have to make it as build. Build means we have to convert our just normal files into var file or tar files. Then only the servers will take. Okay, that is called builds. Then that time no automation was there before Jenkins. Though no automation, it was taking so much of time to complete that. That means how I can tell that mean. Okay, just go to any website. First, I'll show you that. Just take this application or this Stack Overflow. Developers has developed this application in their dev environment. So they will move this code to the SIT. Manually, they will do everything. So that time, testers, they will test the complete application automation, right? That time, without Jenkins, I'm talking about without Jenkins, if they run any complete automation script, it was taking so much of time, and they have to wait and sit like idle. Okay, they have to run the script, and it will take so much of time to run in their local machine, and it was taking so much of time. Okay, that's why. So once they come up in the Jenkins, they will install this Jenkins into one server, and they will assign the complete automation script in the Jenkins. You will never ever touch, no worries, because testers will never ever worry about that. So Jenkins will take care of that. Once if you give the complete code, the complete testing application, everything into the Jenkins server. So these are the challenges which we are facing. Sorry, where is that? Which were facing before the Jenkins. Okay, so slowness and manual builds we have to do, and no automation the time. So these are the challenges which they were faced before the Jenkins. Now after Jenkins comes up, they have made automation deployment. That means automation script, everything they will keep it into some server. There they have installed Jenkins. They will give the complete information about how to do testing. Okay, this is called automated, and automated tests. We can do anything, and automated CI/CD pipelines. That means we can, once the developer has developed the code, they will, the developer as a developer DevOps engineer, he will take the code and he will push the complete code into servers through Jenkins. Okay, the automated builds, everything. That is the solution for Jenkins. Okay, this is the challenge and this is the solution which we got it. So the next slide is comes to the continuous integration. Okay, let's talk about this one. So what it is. So continuous integration is a software development practice where developers frequently integrate their code changes into a shared repository. Shared repository, this one, GitHub only. So what I'm telling is continuous integration software developers practice and practice where developers frequently means like weekly or like day by day, every day, they might add new changes. If it is a new application, every day or by daily, daily twice or like for 2 days once, they will upload their complete code into GitHub. That means merging the same code to the merging to the main or like other branches. So the main goal of continuous integration is to detect and address integration issues as early as possible, which helps in maintaining code quality and reducing the time needed to deliver new features or bug fixes. Suppose today, just assume today the developer has moved a small feature, that means button feature, a login page. Just assume login page only. This is a new application. The developers what today means they have created a small code that is called login application, and they will move to the server. So as the testers, you guys, you will test as well as the developers develop the code for next features, and the testers also will test the application. Suppose if they find the login page, the button or else like text is not enabled, that means user can't type any text in the input field. That means that is the issue, right? So they will push. That means they will tell to the developers this is the issue and you have to fix it. So by the time developing other features, they will develop this issue also. That is called continuous integration, which is doing as well as the developing and testing. So this is called continuous integration. Sir, how this one works means, yeah, that once the developers develop the code, right, they will upload that into shared repository, that is GitHub. As a DevOps engineer, you guys will make small link to the GitHub to the Jenkins and take that code every time once they push any code. By the time it could be morning or night, anywhere. Anytime. If they made any changes, that means any commits in the GitHub, the Jenkins automatically take the code and it will deploy into the servers. Okay, that is called continuous integration. Hope you got some clear about, got some idea about continuous integration, right? So as a developer writes code and commits into the shared repository, okay, the CI server, that is continuous integration server, detects the commit. This server means where the Jenkins is installed. That server is called CI server. So suppose if I install my Jenkins in my locally, that is called CS server also. Okay, and CS server detects the commit. That means it commits. So how it will means, yeah, we will do that well as well. While practically we will doing that, that time I will tell you like how we can make the connection to the GitHub to the Jenkins. Okay, and the triggers an automate build, and the code is compiled and automated tests are run. So instead manually they will write the automation script to test the application. So if you want to know that, we have to learn about testing again. Okay, that's why just assume. So automate test, that means instead of doing manually, that means instead of human testing the application, that means this input field is working or like button is working or not. So instead of doing manually, the testers team will create a new automation script to test the complete application, whether the text field is working or button is not working. That is called everything will be triggered in the Jenkins. So Jenkins itself will do everything. So the code is compiled and automated tests are run. If the build and a test pass, that means all the test cases are passed, then the code is integrated into the main branch. I told you, right? The developers always will move to the dev or like SIT or UAT branches. Then only it will move to the main branch. That means it is ready to move to the production server. Okay, it will stop to the UAT and it is about to ready. That is about to move to the main branch. That is the production server. If the developer is not notified of the issue, suppose if the developer is not notified, that means it doesn't have faced any issues, so everything goes good, then the application is ready to move to the production server. This process repeats with every new code commit. The next day, if you have added a new file, that is home page, once login, but tomorrow he will create a new code for home page. So once that is done, he will commit again. So the next process again, the Jenkins will take the new code and it will deploy into the server, and the Jenkins itself will test the application. The complete process will be done in Jenkins in the pipelines. Okay, the pipelines is called stages. In first stage, it will take the GitHub code, then it will build. That means it will convert that normal files into var or tr file. That is called build. Then it will move to the, that means it will push to the servers, then it will test the application. This is the stages it is doing, right? That is called pipelines. We will build these pipelines everything in the Jenkins only. So this is about continuous integration. Hope it is clear. So the next one is continuous deployment. Before this one, I would like to show you a small diagram for that, like how it is. So this is called continuous. So here we have CI/CD. The first itself I showed, right? CI/CD. So we have seen that CI, that is continuous integration. Okay, that's fine. Now, what is continuous deployment or delivery? So these are the two words, guys. Continuous delivery is different. Continuous deployment is different. Okay, let's talk about that. What is this? Just see the images clearly, and just remember this one. Just remember this one. While discussing this point, you will understand this one what it is. See, continuous delivery is a software development practice where code changes are automatically prepared for a release to production after passing through automated test that is built. Till here, it is continuous integration. Okay, it is about to ready to production. That is called continuous integration, and it builds on continuous integration. See, in complete delivery here till here, it is called continuous integration only. Okay, it builds on continuous integration by ensuring that the software is always in a deployable state. So the software is ready, is about to move to the production server, and even it is not deployed automatically. So there is one button, guys. Sorry. Where I have moved. So sorry, this one. See, till here the continuous integration will happen. Okay, here continuous delivery means the developers are like DevOps person should be there to move this complete code to the production server manually. This one, human intervention should be there. That is called continuous delivery. Okay. So continuous deployment is everything same, but this won't be there. Automatically it will be do. So most of the times, most of the companies will never touch this one, continuous deployment. They will always triggers with continuous integration as well as the continuous delivery only. Only these two things. So continuous deployment, because they might have some issues, okay, right? So that time they will never do that. So always they trigger with continuous integration as well as the continuous delivery. Just see this one. Once the developer pushes code to the version control, that is GitHub, the CI process triggers build and testing. Okay, if test passes, the artifact, we call it that I told you, right? They will develop the different files, that is Java file or anything. So they will convert that into var file, that is called artifact. And you will learn this one also. Don't worry. The var or tar files are called as artifacts, and it is packaged and storage. And CD pipeline deploys the app to a staging pre-approved environment. Sorry, pre-prod environment. That means before the production, it will stop there. Then for further testing. Then after approval, manually or automatic, no, automatic will never touch that. Manually, they will deploy that stage. That means the code after UAT environment, it will move to the production. This process is called continuous delivery. Just see this diagram again, you will understand. So here manual intervention will be there to move the UAT code to the production server. Here directly it will go. There is no human intervention. So most of the time, that time they will never touch this one. Always go with the continuous delivery only. So is it clear? Are any questions? What is Jenkins and what is continuous integration and continuous deployment? So any questions or any doubts, or is it clear? Okay, so this is about a Jenkins overview. We have seen that like what is the challenges and like before Jenkins how it was and after Jenkins how it is there, right? I'll just show everything, okay? And but tomorrow we're going to see how we can install this Jenkins. So we'll always install that into our EC2 instance. That means in our Linux missions in AWS, okay? We'll never use that in our local mission. If you want, we can do that also, but we don't most of the time we don't prefer, okay? We'll always do that in our EC2 instances. So one more thing, guys, in your real-time projects, once if you step into any IT, you will never install such things. Okay, there is separate application team will be there. They will install that. Here we should learn, right? That's why we're going to install by ourselves. They will automatically they will install everything, but we have to do after next, like how we are going to deploy the complete code from GitHub to the instances. Okay, and if you don't have any questions, then we'll wrap up this call for today and we'll catch up tomorrow, guys. So if you don't have any questions, if you have questions, if you can just let me know. If it's clear, then we can leave for the day and we'll catch up tomorrow. Okay, yeah. Thank you guys, and have a good day. We'll catch up on Monday. Just practice this one. Okay, just copy paste now itself. Otherwise, we'll forget. Okay, guys. Yeah. Thank you. Bye.